Always Asia Podcast.
The Always Asia Podcast.
The Always Asia Podcast.
Testings. Hello guys, welcome back to the Always Asia Podcast. I am Asia Sanders. I hope everybody had a great new year. Today I am recording on January 4th on a Monday. As you guys know or don't know, I post every Wednesday. The podcast is available on Apple Music, Spotify, SoundCloud. I'll be posting it, the visuals on my Instagram at Always Asia Podcast and on YouTube. So if you guys want to see me live in action and doing the thing, watch me on YouTube. I hope everybody had a great New Year's. And when I ask you guys, how are you doing? I don't mean it in a way to just, I don't mean it to be just a placeholder. I really, truly am, I really want to know how everybody is doing. I want to know how everybody's life is going. That's just the type of person I am. I don't know if you guys know those type of people that ask you how you're doing just to get to the favor that they need from you. They'll be like, how are you doing? Can I borrow $5? No, I don't need $5 from you yet. Not quite yet. So, this episode is just about everything. It's going to be about everything. It's going to be just about just anything. I think this podcast is just about everything. I really have been trying to really think about what is the niche? Where am I going to fit in? And I just want to talk about any and everything because I'm just a mixture of whole bunches of things. I'm ratchet, yeah, but I'm righteous. I twerk. I say fuck you. Very loud and proud, but I sit down and read Joyce Meyer books and watch TED Talks on how to be more spiritually connected. So I have a balance of both, and I just like to share it with the world or with a couple of you. That's basically how it is now. But yeah, anyways, question. What is the worst movie you've ever watched? If you close your eyes and imagine the worst movie you've ever sat through, why is it Acrimony? I saw that movie in theater, and the reason why I wanted to see it is, of course, the beautiful, the sexy, the just elegant Taraji P. Henson. And when I watched it, I was like, oh my God. It was one of those moments where I'm like, it's gonna get better. It's something, I shouldn't say something's gonna happen because things just kept happening. It was I don't like to critique people's art too much, but it was one of those moments where you think about the writer and you're like, you could have done better. You're just being lazy. That's okay. It's okay. We all have those moments, but you're just being lazy. So the other day, I watched a movie that topped Acrimony. And when I tell you guys, these writers thought about 13-year-old Asia and said, this is what we're going to write about. That's exactly what the fuck they did. They took two fine-ass, dingy-ass white boys and a tink white girl. And let me explain what tink means. I know I'm going all over the place, but just keep up. When I say tink, I mean dainty. You know what I mean? I mean boink. That didn't describe it, did it? When I say tink, I mean like a dainty girl, a girl that just it's not me, but a girl who I keep wanting to say tink. A girl who's very classy, you know, like a little, like she wears like little purses and like she like boink boink, you know what I mean? Just giving you class, giving you looks, giving you class all the time. So that's the girl that was in that movie, and two white boys. It wasn't like they were fighting over them, but I feel like they kept making it seem like they were fighting over them, but then it was just weird. Let me paint the picture. Kinda. So first of all, fine ass Dylan Sprouse was in the movie. And that man has grown up to be a very good looking gentleman. And I always knew, because they were cute kids. They were, you know, cute little teenagers. But back in those days, I was all about Zac Efron. I wasn't looking at any other man. I was very faithful. But they were cute teenagers. And well, it's not that I didn't think. I didn't know Dylan and Cole were going to grow up to be very fine specimens. In the movie, he had glasses, a little like tie. He was given professional. And honestly, I was living for it. But unfortunately, he wasn't really in the movie. What attracted me to the movie was him, and he was hardly in it. Because don't get me wrong, I love those type of movies. Like, we're in high school, and then like the guy that I like really doesn't like me, but then like I run into him with a bunch of books and like drop it on the ground, and then we're both picking it up and look into each other's eyes, and then he likes me, and then you know the Troy Bolton Gabriella story. I love those movies, especially in moments where I really don't want to think. It doesn't require a lot of thinking. I love those movies. But this one, it required a lot of thinking, because I'm like, what the fuck is going on? What is going on? What's going on here? So guys, tell me if you've watched this movie. Tell me how you thought about it. And maybe I might have missed some parts, but it was just not a good movie. Am I going to watch it again? Probably. You know, it's one of those bad movies where you're just like, I'll watch it again, because I'll watch Acrimony again. My favorite movie that's giving, oh, popular boy likes the odd one out, and the odd one out secretly likes him, but she doesn't think she's good enough. Those type of movies. It's called the DUF. DUF stands for Designated Ugly Fat Friend. Homegirl wasn't even fat. Let's start with that. Growing up, that's who I was. I was the DUF. Although I was never heavier set, I was the friend that the guys would rely on to get my friend's attention. Like, oh, Asia, how's so-and-so? Like, does she have a boyfriend? And I'm like, yeah, you know what I mean? Like, I was the friend to get to the friend. It was never me. I was never the one that was chosen, which is fine now, because looking back, I'm like, I dodged a bullet. But when I was in the 7th grade, I really liked this one boy. I really, really liked him. I would ask him to be my boyfriend every fucking day. And I saw him on Instagram a couple days ago. It would have been like 3 or 4 days ago now. And he's married. Him and his wife look so beautiful. And it just reminded me of how much of a creep I was. I was definitely giving Rasputia vibes. You know how like Norbit really didn't want to be with her, but like she like bullied him into still being with him. I mean, being with her. That's who I was. If a girl would like him, I would step up to the girl. Me and my friends would be like, hey, like, what's going on? Like, you like my man? Even though he wasn't my man, he didn't like me. But what's up? You like my man? What's going on? And it was like kind of weird. Speaking of the past, I want to know, what are the things that you are leaving in 2020? I wrote a list of a couple things that I'm sorry guys, I'm getting distracted because I'm like, I can't read my handwriting. That's awesome. Okay, there we go. The first thing that I'm leaving in 2020 is explaining myself. I over explain. And I've realized that people really don't give a fuck about what the fuck you talking about. When someone comes up with some type of perception in their head, a lot of times, unfortunately, they have their mind made up and they're not wanting an explanation for whatever you got going on. They're not wanting it. So from now on, I'm just going to save it because it's been wasting my time. It's been wasting my energy. And I don't know. I have so many other things to give my time to. That's it. That's all. Another thing is, I just came up with this right now, so it's not written down, but I've decided to treat myself like I'm my own mother. Overprotective mother, I should say. So, in circumstances, let me take out my gum. Like, wow, I can't believe I'm like just like smacking. In circumstances where you're doubting yourself or you're feeling lazy or you're allowing certain friends to come in or lovers to come into your life and just, shake shit up. And your mom steps in and is like, nope, we get it together. And she wrapped that shit up. That's what I'm going to be for myself. Because at first I was treating myself as like the big sister. And how I operate as a big sister is I'll tell you, but then I'll leave you to do the work because I don't want to be overbearing. But that's who I need right now for myself. So I'm going to be my own mother and be that overbearing mother and saying, you know what? Get your shit together. That friend, cut off. Wake up. Go to the gym. Like, I'm going to be on my own ass because I'm not playing. I'm just not playing. And this last year, I learned that a lot of things are out of my control, right? A lot of things are out of all of our control. That I just didn't give a fuck. I did not give one single fuck. I was like, you know what? I'm going to do whatever the fuck I want to do because I realized that literally life can be snatched from you at a blink of an eye. One day I'm making all this fucking money at work. We're busy. We're doing our damn thing. And the next day, it was a ghost town. Nobody was there. The world literally felt like it stopped. So I realized that I don't want to waste any time. I don't want to waste one moment thinking, oh, what is this person going to think about this? Or is this person going to like me if I don't do this or if I do that? People are going to judge you whatever you do. If you work a job that you fucking hate, people are going to judge you for that. If you work a job that you love, people are going to judge you for that. So you might as well just go for what you want because you going to be judged regardless. I realized that I pushed a lot of people away because I'm such a, I'll just do it myself type of person. And I am now more willing to ask for help. And it's so crazy how last year brought me to my knees and was like, there are people around that want to help in any way. And you're just being stubborn and saying, no, I'll do it. And I guess it's just a Leo in me. I was watching a YouTube video the other day and they said that Leos are really stubborn to the point where they'll fuck their own self just for no reason. Like, I just don't understand. I just don't get it. I'll literally have a pile of things in my hand and someone will offer help. Like, hey, do you want me to grab that? I'm like, no, I'm fine. Even though I am just completely overwhelmed. And I guess that's the Leo in me, and that's also me being a Black woman. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to ask for more help. I'm also going to, so if I'm in your DMs asking for money, you know what? No, I'm not going to be asking for no motherfucking money. But if I'm asking for help, in any type of way. And I'm not saying help like somewhere to stay. I'm saying I need sometimes a second camera. I need someone to take pictures sometimes. I need someone to create mixes sometimes. I need that because I cannot do everything on my own. And this is the first time I'm admitting that. Wow. Oh my God. But yeah, so I think we're just going to wrap this episode up. How is that? Yeah, let's wrap this episode up. Like I said, I hope everyone is getting through their goals, checking their goals off, or starting to. Whatever they are, it doesn't have to be anything super drastic. It doesn't have to be losing 100 pounds. It doesn't have to be all that. It could simply just be, I don't know, making your bed before you leave every day. And just creating a space that allows you to be, just creating a space that allows you to create a life that's easier for future you. Because every time that I think about procrastinating or skipping something that I know I need to do, I have to think, okay, how stressed out is future me going to be if I don't do this now? I know I have the time to do this now. So let's just get it done. So future me will be like, oh, girl, you did the damn thing. Thank you. You know, so start with small goals. And that's what I'm doing right now. I went to the gym today and I was planning on doing all these fucking workouts and ended up doing probably 3 of them, 3 out of like 7 of them. And today was my first day back at the gym in about a month or 2. So, you know what? The fact that I got up, drove there, and actually did something, it was a start. It was a start. So like I said, you always have to start somewhere. And a lot of times, I don't know if you guys have been in this place, but when you want to start something new and you just like go like full force and you're just like, sometimes you could intimidate yourself. I don't know if you've ever done this, but I've done this to myself. So I do this a lot of time at the gym when I'm on the treadmill. I'm like, what's a treadmill? What's a treadmill? Are you eating a No, treadmill. When I'm on the treadmill, I'm like, I'm going to do 45 minutes of sprints, and I'm exaggerating, but it's like so much, and I end up doing 5. But when I go into there and I'm like, I'm just going to run for 15 minutes without stopping, I'm able to do that. So if this helps any, just start with small goals and then work your way up from there. So now we're going to conclude. Wow. So I hope everybody enjoyed this episode. It was a short one. I think that's what I'm going to start doing a lot more often, because I've noticed that people don't want to just sit around and watch and listen to hours and hours and hours of me talking. I understand. It's okay. But don't forget to follow me on Instagram at AlwaysAsia with 2 A's, on Twitter at AlwaysAsia with 1 A, and also subscribe to my YouTube channel, Asia My Queen, AJAMYQUEEN. I'm going to, like I said, be posting the visuals of these episodes, and also I'm gonna do some vlogs. I really love creating vlogs. It is so much fun. But yeah, so follow me, subscribe to my channel. I think that's it. Bye bye.